Adapting a beloved book into a film is a tricky business. Sometimes filmmakers take creative liberties that lead to cinematic gems, but other times, the movie ends up being a completely different beast altogether. Here are 10 movie adaptations that stray so far from their source material, you might wonder if the filmmakers even read the book. The Lawnmower Man. Stephen King's short story about a satyr-like lawnmower man who devours grass turned into a cybernetic thriller about virtual reality? Yes, indeed. That's what happened in The Lawnmower Man. The movie features Pierce Brosnan as a scientist who uses a simple-minded gardener, Jeff Fahey, for his virtual reality experiments, leading to terrifying results. King was so unhappy with the adaptation that he sued to have his name removed from the film's title. Despite this divergence from the original tale, the film managed to earn $150 million against its $10 million budget. The audience wasn't exactly blown away, but hey, at least it gave us a fascinating piece of trivia.
Being up there with the stars, Job, they're going to another planet.
His mind is like a clean, hungry sponge.
You just graduated to the next level, Job.
You're not the Lawnmower Man. Well, you've certainly changed. I don't know how you did it, but I approve.
Adapting Max Brooks's anthology-style novel was always going to be a challenge, but the film version of World War Z practically created an entirely new story. Sure, there are zombies and Brad Pitt, but the movie forgoes the book's collection of post-zombie war interviews in favor of a more traditional, action-packed narrative. Interestingly, production was plagued by script rewrites and reshoots, adding to the film's departure from the original plot. Still, the film's high-energy undead escapades earned it a 66% Rotten Tomatoes rating and an Academy Award nomination for Best Visual Effects.
Terry, what is this?
It's the scene worldwide. Is anyone doing better than we are?
Ella, Enchanted. Gail Carson Levine's novel is a delightful spin on the Cinderella tale, imbuing its protagonist with a compelling curse. She must obey any order given to her. The movie, however, turned the nuanced fairy tale deconstruction into a teenage romantic comedy, complete with pop songs and a nefarious uncle who wasn't in the book. Critics weren't entirely enchanted, giving the movie a modest 50% on Rotten Tomatoes. Yet Anne Hathaway's performance and the film's lighthearted approach did resonate with a younger audience, creating a cult following that persists to this day.
Just admit you're stupid and don't know what you're talking about.
I'm stupid and I don't know what I'm talking about.
I really need to find my godmother
And get her to take back the curse.
I think you're gonna be a great king someday.
I, Robot. Isaac Asimov's thoughtful and philosophical exploration of robots and their interaction with humans was transformed into an action-packed Will Smith vehicle. While the movie does tip its hat to Asimov's 3 laws of robotics, it diverges significantly from the book's introspective and episodic narratives. Instead, we get a conspiracy theory and a rogue robot to contend with. Still, despite the narrative departure, audiences enjoyed Smith's charisma and the special effects, netting the film a 56% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes and a nomination for Best Visual Effects at the Academy Awards.
You're on the inside. Help me find out what is wrong with these robots.
Dr. Lanning suggested robots might naturally evolve.
I was hoping to see you again, Detective. Think of me as your friend.
Why didn't you just hand the world over on a silver platter?
Maybe we did.
We are on the eve of the largest robotic distribution in history. There will be 1 robot to every 5 humans.
Inspired by a character mentioned in passing in H.P. Lovecraft's short story, The Nameless City, the Scorpion King turned this barely there character into an action hero played by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. The film, a prequel to The Mummy Returns, replaced Lovecraft's typical cosmic horror with action-adventure elements, comedic relief, and a killer rock soundtrack. The film earned a 41% Rotten Tomatoes rating, but Johnson's charismatic performance catapulted him to action movie stardom, proving that not all adaptations need to stick to the source to find their sting.
Will you stand alone before the fury of his armies?
Yes. Take a breath.
Starship Troopers. If you've read Robert A. Heinlein's militaristic and politically charged novel, the satirical nature of Paul Verhoeven's movie adaptation might surprise you. Rather than a serious exploration of military life and morality, Verhoeven took a sardonic look at warfare, creating a movie filled with gore, bugs, and soapy drama. Notably, Verhoeven admitted to never finishing the book, calling it boring. Despite a lukewarm response from critics, the film's campy tone garnered a cult following, with fans appreciating its satirical take on the military-industrial complex.
We are a generation commanded by fate to defend humankind.
Everyone fights, no one quits.
We are going in with first wave. You smash the entire area. You kill anything that has more than 2 legs. You get me? We get you, sir!
Another Stephen King adaptation, The Running Man, shares little with its source material other than its title and the game show concept. King's dystopian novel explores deep societal issues, whereas the film is more interested in showcasing Arnold Schwarzenegger's action chops. The movie's ending, the nature of the game, and even the characters vastly diverge from the book. Yet, the audience couldn't resist Schwarzenegger's charisma, and his one-liners became the stuff of movie legend. Even though it only has a 63% rating on Rotten Tomatoes, the film continues to entertain with its over-the-top action sequences.
It's a game between life and death. Can you lift?
While Stanley Kubrick's The Shining is a horror classic, it strays considerably from Stephen King's original novel. The film emphasizes psychological horror and visual symbolism over King's exploration of alcoholism and personal demons. In fact, King was famously dissatisfied with Kubrick's adaptation, criticizing the director's interpretation of his characters. Despite the author's misgivings, the film earned iconic status, with Jack Nicholson's chilling performance and Kubrick's signature cinematography leaving an indelible mark on cinema.
I can't get out! Run! Run out! Run! Quick!
Little pigs, let me come in.
Mary Poppins. The iconic Julie Andrews starring musical strays considerably from P.L. Travers' series of books. The character of Mary Poppins in the movie is much softer, with the film opting for a more whimsical and musical approach compared to the books. Travers famously loathed the adaptation, particularly the animated sequences, and she wept at the premiere. Despite this, the film was a huge success, garnering 13 Oscar nominations and winning 5, including Best Actress for Julie Andrews.
When you're with Mary Poppins, suddenly you're in places you've never dreamed of.